Hey, we are in Prosper, Texas, one of the hottest communities that you guys are calling us about. And we are in one of the most popular neighborhoods, in fact, and that is Star Trail. We are looking at 3 inventory homes today, all priced within the same kind of price range. And we're gonna need your help on deciding, do you want the single story or one of the two stories? We're getting into 2 Brittons. We were gonna get into a Coventry, but it sold as we were walking in. And then now we're gonna get into a Toll Brothers. Got 3 fantastic homes to show you. Can't wait to show you. These things are on oversized lots, so it's not quite the acre like we're used to showing you, but this is in a nice master plan community, one of the hottest communities around. These 3 houses are to die for. We will see you on the inside.
If luxury living in Prosper is on your radar, Star Trail should definitely be on your list. It's just 35 miles from downtown Dallas, but it feels like its own little world. You've got a private community center, tennis and pickleball courts, resort-style swimming pools and playgrounds, and an on-site HOA that keeps things looking great. There's an elementary school right inside the neighborhood and a nearby high school. And you're super close to the gates of Prosper for all of your shopping and dining. This community does not have a mud or a PID and has low property taxes. It has beautiful homes by top builders that are ready to go. Let's take a look at 3 of them and drop a comment with your favorite. All right, here we are in our first Britton home. And I always love walking into a Britton home because they have these really wide entryways.
Yeah, they do. And I love that this is a single story, but yet it doesn't feel like a single story. I was actually looking for the stairs.
Yes.
Look at this, like just the volume of the ceilings in this office. It just goes up, it's like a A-frame.
Yeah, I want this office. This is very, very pretty.
Double doors, but they're huge, big doors. I mean, this is a big space.
I know. Let me get to the corner so you can kind of see what the doors look like.
Yeah.
It is very nice.
All that light, that's a huge windows pouring in. So yeah, it's a good space to get your work done. Doesn't have that floor plug, which is unusual. We usually always see those.
You're right.
But come through here and you've got a bedroom, secondary bedroom, again with these high ceilings. Got its own ensuite.
Tall windows. Well, let me see the ensuite.
Yeah.
Very pretty. All right.
And it's got the solid core doors, which I love.
Yes.
This is a little walk-in closet.
Yeah.
But anyway, come through here, and then this is where all the guests, kind of your half bath.
I love that backsplash they put on there. That is so pretty.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. I'm liking this so far.
Liking it so far?
I
Good.
am.
All right, if you come over here, this is a linen closet. I know y'all like to see those linen closets.
I know, but look.
But I like how it's big.
I know, I was just gonna say, they put this little edge on there and it looks really pretty.
Yeah, it's just the little touches that we like. Here is a room. Feels smaller.
Yes.
Closet's bigger, so it's a trade-off, I guess. And then it's got its own ensuite, of course.
How nice is that to have your own bathroom?
As a kid,
Oh,
that would have been awesome.
I know.
So this is an interesting spot. So right here, you have this flex space, but I can envision our clients using this as their secondary office.
I totally agree with that.
Right? I mean, it's a giant one.
Look at that ceiling's really neat. I love the big windows to bring in all the light.
But if you don't need a secondary office, this would be a great flex space, however you want. Little TV room, you can have a little game room, however you want to design it. It's big enough to do whatever. And then right across is the dining room.
That is really pretty.
Yeah, because you know what I like about it is you're still in the middle of everything, right? It's not secluded. You still feel like you're all part of it. So if you're having those entertaining, those big parties, holiday parties, whatnot, everything flows.
Look at this room.
Yeah, and the room, I don't know if it's gonna come across on video as nicely as it does in person. The vaulted ceilings are nice. It just has that homey feel.
Really does. You got the big sliders over there. And then this beautiful fireplace.
Now what's also unusual is, and maybe it's not staged this way, but this would normally, you have the dining room here, but this is generally the space we see it often where you have the dining, like an informal. So
Well,
maybe,
that's probably why they have that chandelier right there.
yeah.
They just
So
didn't
you may
stage it
even
that
have
way.
like a round table here or something like that, or whatnot. But anyway, this kitchen's fabulous. I love this.
Yeah, it's kind of fun not to see your typical white, you know?
Yeah, no, this is great. It's got all your display stuff. You know, all the cabinetry is all soft close, really nice. I love, it's just stuff that you don't see on every single home. We see so many homes every day, and to see something different is nice.
Yeah.
It's plumb for that built-in kind of sub-zero fridge.
I know, that's a huge opening. That's nice. And then the cabinets up above to put some more stuff. I mean, you're not short on cabinet space in here.
So it's got a 6-burner stove, which is really, really good. Double ovens plus your microwave.
Very nice.
It's got everything that you would expect, you know, so.
High ceilings all the way throughout. These vaulted ceilings are gorgeous.
But what do you think about these?
I think they really go well in here.
I do too. And what's nice is that this is an inventory home, yet they put in some nice
Upgraded.
touches. So you can see that, you know, typically they spend about $40,000 to $50,000 in upgrades off the base price in these inventory homes. For $40,000 to $50,000, you're getting quite a bit. Look at all the glass. Look at the upgraded lighting package. You've got your
Tile that goes
tile
all the way
goes
up.
all the way up. I mean, there's a wood all the way throughout except for the secondary bedrooms. Yeah, so you get a lot of good bang for your buck. Here is your snack closet, and it's definitely Costco approved.
Yep.
Here is a linen closet.
Linen closet, and I believe this one right next to me is a coat closet. These are heavy doors.
Yeah.
That is so nice.
I love them.
I do too.
They're all fixed, all the doors. You've got a small utility room, which is perfect. I don't know why you need a real big one, unless you're gonna have like every option.
Well, it's kind of nice to have some extra counter space to like fold and stuff, but not the end of the world, but it's a nice to have. And then you have a little mud area right here.
Get your mud area, and then this is a 3-car garage. It's a 3-car with the tandem.
Oh, nice. Let me go look around the tandem.
Yeah.
There you go, and there's your tankless water heater right there.
Yep. All right, so here's another secondary bedroom. Nice square box.
Yeah, and you know what? You are in here with bare feet,
Yes.
and you're saying that
It's like walking on clouds.
That's amazing.
I mean, the
So,
pad,
good
and
padding.
that's a good point. This one doesn't have a tub, but that is a good point. You don't have to go all out on your carpet, but upgrade the pad, and it will
Makes a
make
huge
everything-
difference.
Make everything feel that much more brand. I love this. I love this tile.
Yeah,
This tile is
it's
pretty
really
cool.
nice. Behind that door is a window, so it's a nice sized bathroom.
Let's go take a look at the primary. Again, remember, you guys are gonna have to vote. Which one of these 3 houses is gonna be, would you pick, and why? The primary, let's talk about it.
Beautiful.
It probably doesn't come across because it's all white, but the
No, it
ceiling
does.
is,
You can see it.
yeah, it's nice. It is missing a beam. And look at these windows. You've got your TV right here, bed facing out, 2 big dressers. And then this is probably my favorite kind of bathroom layout for the primary, where you have the 2 split. You've got soak-in tub that it doesn't stick out, like you know how sometimes they do it, turn them and.
Here, I'm gonna turn around and look at the, there's one sink, and then you've got the other one and they are the exact same size and everything. So there's gonna be no arguments.
No arguments. And then look at this shower. I love this shower because it's gonna do what for you?
It's gonna keep you warm.
It's gonna keep in the heat, right? You got his and hers. You got the nice bench.
Yeah, this is nice. It's very pretty.
It's huge.
It is huge. It's a good,
good size.
size.
And then you've got 2 separate closets.
Oh, that's good. So you got this one here, And you can go all the way up there.
And then you've got the second one on the other side is the same thing.
Is it the same size?
Yep.
Very
Same
good.
everything. So let's go take a look at that outdoor, because that is probably where this house suffers. All right, so unfortunately they have locked us out, but I did want to point out it's got the sliders, which is all great. The house itself is fantastic in my opinion. Patio is good size. It's not as big as I would love in the dream home, but it is big enough to kind of support. It's got the gas line and everything. Where this house suffers is right on the other side of this fence.
Yeah.
And that is legacy. So right now, it's not really a big deal. It's not going to be as busy as it will be, but eventually that is going to be
a busy street.
a busy street. So that is definitely not Andy approved.
Ideal, yes.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but some people, would much rather have that than a neighbor or anything like that. So that's pick your poison. But as a real estate investment, as your agent, I would say if we could stay away from that, that would be a bonus. Now, let's go take a look at another fantastic house. You won't believe this one. We're gonna call this house number 1. So does number 1 hit all your bells and whistles? Let us know in the comments and we'll see you on the next one. All right, Patrice, here we are, and this thing is a monster. This thing is over 40 square feet, 2 stories, 5 bedrooms, has everything you want, and the backyard is absolutely huge. Can't wait to show that to you.
Okay.
But as you come in, right to your right is your office. This is where you get your work done. This is where you pay for this home. Now, the difference between this and the last one, it doesn't have those vaulted ceilings.
Yeah, correct.
And it doesn't have the big windows because of it. So it feels more like your traditional kind of office space. It does have a crown going around.
Sure does. Still has a lot of natural light and everything in here.
Yeah, no, it's a nice space. I'm just saying the other one was kind of a wow. This is kind of like what you would expect.
And this has the darker floors. Very pretty though. And then what's behind you?
What's behind me is, are you talking about this or?
Well, all of it. There's a whole lot. Oh, I thought that was a closet. Look at that. We didn't open that. Look at that. There's a little bathroom.
Yeah.
Little hideaway bathroom for those guests.
And then over here is a secondary kind of a guest bedroom.
Not a huge one.
Right, because this is, you've got 2 bedrooms down, you get the primary in this one. So I think most people would use this as your guest. It's got the shower and everything that goes all the way up. This is kind of feels cheap to me.
Yeah, it is thinner than normal. But let me get the shower.
But I love the floor.
Yeah, they took it all the way up, which is always a plus. And then let me show the floor. Yeah, so not everybody loves herringbone like we do. So.
No. Now, if this is going to be a guest room, closet may be a little too big.
Depends on how long they're staying.
I'm just kidding. All right, let's go over here. Here's your mud area. You got a linen closet.
Oh, interesting.
People like to see the garage, Patrice.
Well, you got to know where you're going to put your car.
So this is the 2-car. You do have a third on the other side. All right, so now we come through, and this is very similar now to the other house, or at least it has this dining area that is similar.
It's true. It doesn't have the vaulted ceilings, though.
It does not have the vaulted ceilings. It has the crown.
But you got to put the upstairs somewhere.
And look at this. What do you think? Is this enough space for your Christmas tree? It feels narrow. If we had to buy another one, we had to buy another one.
Yes.
Here's the laundry. This is kind of weird.
Don't love the laundry right here.
It goes to the closet.
It does go to it does go to the closet, so I don't mind that, but this seems like a weird spot for it to me.
Again, thin. I don't mind it necessarily in the laundry if you're gonna. But I mean, that upgrade is not that much.
Right.
You know, when you're at this price point. Anyway. All right. So here we are again, very similar to the downstairs, or I guess the last house. This is what I'm talking about.
They did the
Doesn't it make it
beams.
that much homier? What do you guys think? Tell us.
does.
Do you like beams like we do? I don't know. Maybe it's just us. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I will say this, that this is gonna be kind of your dining area, informal. What are your thoughts on this, Patrice?
I don't love that color.
Well, I'm not sure how I feel about this whole thing. It feels like this is an afterthought.
Yeah.
Like it's sticking out. It doesn't blend well. The kitchen is not as nice, in my opinion, as the other one. Really, really nice, don't get me wrong.
They did.
I love the waterfall edge.
They put storage underneath, which is nice.
Storage underneath. You've got, you know, soft close, everything that you would expect. Normal fridge, right? So you don't have the big double Sub-Zero fridge.
Yeah.
You don't have the big glass wall. You do have the double ovens. You do have the 6-burner. All that is good. And then you've got a nice space. I like this to hide your coffee and air fryer and our Brita and all that good stuff.
Right.
Snack closet, Costco approved.
Nice. Very good.
In fact, they probably could have got away with another shelf up there.
Yeah, well, you could do that after if you want.
Yeah. And then I know you guys are asking, what, Andy, what do I do about my convertible? That's right
that's
here.
what they're asking?
Look at it, 4-car garage.
Oh, nice.
You got his and hers.
I think we originally thought it was a 3-car, but it's
I know.
bigger than we thought.
It's a 4-car.
And
Now,
I like the windows.
Only
Nice.
7 feet, so notice I said convertible and not truck.
That is a problem. Yeah. Okay.
They don't like us, you know, truck guys.
Okay.
Look at this backyard. Can you see that? I bet you were locked in. They have these things from
Yeah, it is locked.
It is?
But it's a big patio. Look at how
It's a
big.
huge patio,
So it goes
which
all the way.
to me is perfect size. I wish it was out a little bit more, maybe another 2 or 3 feet. That'd be awesome. But this is, I would not turn this down by any means. Look at that backyard.
It's huge. And then you have Legacy along the side, but
I don't mind that as much.
I don't either. And you can't hear a thing in this house. These
Yeah, and
things
you
are
couldn't
solid.
hear it in the first one as well. We thought about that afterwards. Look at all the windows, and yet you can't hear anything, but you can get a really good sense of the patio here.
Yeah, it does have this gas stub out there already. 2 fans, which is nice.
Spot for your TV. All right, here we are in the primary. Now, you got the high ceilings. Love it. You got 4 big windows. Love everything about this. What are your thoughts?
No, I agree. And there's something that smells good in here, which is weird.
I smelled
don't
that
know.
upstairs too.
That's so funny.
It's not me, Patrice.
No.
Okay. Again, I'm a split vanity guy.
You really are.
I like split vanity. I love this tub. It's square, masculine. You know, this whole thing is kind of a little bit more masculine.
I like it too, even though it is masculine.
Yeah.
But I like the way you get into it too. You kind of go around.
Yeah, go around here.
Yeah, it's.
And then look at how big it is. The shower.
Oh, that's very nice.
It's really big. And what I like is you've got your handle over there to turn it on, so you don't have to get all wet before you...
Yeah, so you just reach, turn it on, let it heat up. I like that too, that's very nice.
Nothing worse than coming in here and having the
Having to
handle here, so you
get
have to
all
turn
wet.
it on, get wet, and then go out.
Yeah.
You've got 2 closets. I mean, really nice size.
Oh, very good size, yeah.
Especially for 2 of them. We've seen 1.
Smaller than this, yeah. So I like the cubbies that they have in all of them because you could put sweaters or shoes or whatever you need in there.
Did you go in here already?
I looked at it.
It's a linen.
It is a linen closet.
That's exciting.
It's just so nice to have.
All right, so here's the smaller one. I would assume that this would be mine. Right?
Yeah, closer to the laundry so you could do your
Closer
laundry.
to the laundry, so there's no excuses for Andy
That's
anymore.
right. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
I think this is
Patrice is like
a great idea.
sold. All right, so that is the downstairs. What do you think?
I'd like to know everybody's opinion on this.
Both houses are amazing. I just am nitpicking on which one. 3 bedrooms up here on this side. Here's Legacy, so that you can get a better idea. But this will be somewhat of a busy street, but on the side, I'm less concerned with it actually.
Shouldn't be too bad, yeah.
Here's your closet, good size.
Walk-in closet, that's nice. Okay, and then their own bathroom.
Ensuite with its bathtub. All right,
Another linen, got plenty of space for those towels.
Another secondary bedroom
This one feels bigger.
with its own ensuite. Again, very similar. Does not go all the way up.
It is similar, okay.
You'll notice that upstairs, these are not solid corridors. Pretty typical, to be honest. You've got a bathroom right here. This is for your guests as well as this bedroom.
And then this one has 3 windows. Holy moly.
And a window in the closet.
Okay, so they don't get their own bathroom, but they get lots of windows. Window in the closet.
And I like the, you know, I mean, you've got your front, you're on a cul-de-sac, which is nice, so you're not gonna get any traffic here. And then I do like the little lake or pond, whatever you want to call it.
That's nice. Yeah, it's not a bad view.
Not at all. You also want to point out you've got the metal roof here, you know, just those little accents are nice.
Yeah.
And then over here you've got like your game area as well as your media. You've got pool table, game card table, whatever, you know, foosball, whatever you want.
It's really pretty up here.
And then here's the media room. What would you do? They have it sitting here like this.
That makes sense to me.
Make sense to you? You'd rather have it fatter and up close than longer and maybe 2 rows?
Yeah, maybe, just because I feel like if you walk in, it's easier to sit down on your couch like this than to have to walk around it, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Those doors are so big, you couldn't really put in, you know, because they open inside. Those are the 2 options. This is number 2. So far it's 1 or 2. If one of them just checks off all the boxes, comment below with 1 or 2. Now we're gonna check out number 3. Let's go take a look at it. All right, so we're gonna show you a Toll Brothers because that Coventry home that we were gonna show you got canceled. Our showing got canceled as we were pulling up because someone already bought it. Someone beat the Andy Daniel group to it. So this is a Toll Brothers. We don't have any information on it. We are just literally cold calling this bad boy. So we're gonna turn the camera around. We'll throw all the stuff up once we get back to the office and do some due diligence. We did go in there just to turn on all the lights, and there's a lot of blue tape, which just means that this thing isn't even hit the market.
Well, there's a ton of things they need to fix.
So bear with us.
But you walk in and you've got a ton of natural light. You've got this tall entryway.
See, you have the light coming off that side where you have that little courtyard, but to me it feels darker.
Well,
And it closed off.
once we get in the family room, it feels really dark.
Yeah.
So.
All right, but as you come on through, here is your office space. Again, probably pretty typical, kind of in between the first 2, right? So you've got, the size-wise is about the second one. You don't have we have higher ceilings here than that second one, but not as high as the first one. And then this window's really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty. I like that too.
I mean, that's top notch.
And then you've got the darker flooring again, which is actually really pretty in person.
It is, it's really nice. It's kind of like that, like a walnut type. Ooh, look at this.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Right off the garage right here. And
The
then
white always looks kind of,
fake.
yeah, doesn't it? This looks like it's furniture.
Yeah, it definitely looks like furniture.
Now look at this. I love these cabinets. The color of it is fantastic.
I do like Toll Brothers laundry rooms.
Yeah. You've got your laundry area, your folding area. You could probably get away with, like, we have one of those Pepsi fridges, something like that over there.
Mm-hmm. It actually look really cute right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got solid core doors, which is nice. Should we go in the garage? I have no idea what's in here.
We can go in the garage.
And here's a 2-car garage.
Okay.
I mean, is this exciting or what? But it is plumbed for your EV.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Very good. And then I see a little guest bath over there.
You are correct, Patrice. This is weird to me.
Yeah, they want it to look like a piece of furniture.
Yeah, well,
So
it just feels...
You like to have more counter space, which I agree with. Let's go this way.
All right, I do like these courtyards.
Yes, those are nice.
You know, I could picture a little fountain out there. You know, we've had clients that have done the fountains. We've done fireplaces out there. Mm-hmm. Just a nice sitting area. You get out right here. You've got all this. This is nice. This is a nice feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it too.
You've got your closet that is just kind of like your junk. It doesn't go all the way through. It stops right here. So not as much space as you normally get in these 2 stories.
Yeah, well, big enough to get in if you're needing to for a storm or something, which we never have, but.
It's so rare, but it's probably the #1 question we get.
They've got the storage underneath.
And I love the color. Mm-hmm. I love the quartzite that they put on here. Kitchen, you know, Toll Brothers does it right when it comes to their kitchen and their cabinetry. This is nice, just your normal, but you know what? Snack closet of all snack closets. Take a look at this thing.
My goodness.
This is Costco, Sam's Club, and
No
HEB
kidding.
approved, Patrice.
This is bigger than my childhood bedroom.
Yeah.
My
Pretty
goodness,
much.
yeah.
Pretty much. This thing is giant.
That is a lot of food that can go in there.
Yeah.
I do like that they have the double ovens though right here. That's
All
nice.
of them have had double ovens that we looked at today, which is, yeah, that is nice.
And then you got all that cabinetry that goes all the way up. I would need a ladder. And then obviously they haven't completed the microwave because they don't have the surround on it yet. Okay.
Thoughts? I like this space.
It's a big space.
I'm pretty generally indifferent about
Dining.
Dining areas because we don't use them.
But if you have a large family, this would house them all.
Yeah, but the feel, the picture windows right here, huge, big backyard. I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty. Let me show the backyard. We can actually get out of this one because they didn't lock the door. But
Well, that's nice of them.
It's a good sized backyard.
Let's go take a look. Oh, I like this patio.
And they've got the sliders, which is nice too.
See how it's fatter, you know, it's wider. So you have your TV going, you have your placement, however you want to do it. And then I don't see a gas stub. Oh, actually there's a gas stub over here. But yeah, you could do your whole thing. If you see this channel, you know, you hear me say it at
Heard
nauseam.
him going over his dream backyard
I like
over.
to design the backyards, you know? All right,
Okay.
no complaint. This.
Yeah, this is so unimpressive. I don't know what the word is.
It's drywall and this fireplace is normal.
Yeah.
This is how they build them now.
But with no rocker tile.
But it feels out of place, right? It feels like it's not stuck in, like it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
And then you've got the air vent up there, which is by code now. I feel I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and hope that this isn't done. Let's go over here. What is in this? This is a little pocket room.
Another office for.
It could be.
Because it doesn't have a closet, right?
Oh, you're right.
So it's like an office with a
No, the
bath?
closet's in here.
Oh, okay. So it is a bedroom.
Yeah.
Very good. How big's that closet? They did take the tile all the
really
way up
good
here,
size.
which is nice. And oh, it is a nice sized closet. Okay.
Yeah. It is a bedroom, and it's small, but it's like off on its own, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool. All right, here is the primary. Love the primary. Great size. Love these picture windows. I know I said it in the dining area, but come on. What's
Yeah.
not to love about that?
And then you've got the 2 back windows that actually open, so that's nice. You can get some airflow in here. Your 2 split vanities, which you love.
I like the split vanities. I'm not sure, do you like when the sinks are up like this?
I am not sure. I don't love it, I don't hate it. My concern is always the cleaning the edges and things, but
This tub is something, it's like fatter than it is
yeah,
to be able to.
don't have as much space in there necessarily, but okay.
All right, so here is, perfect example from what we were talking about in that last one.
What?
Look at where the,
Oh yeah, you're gonna get yourself all.
so yeah, I mean, yeah, you could get there. I guess it's not that bad,
But it is nice to have it like.
but it's nice to have it like right here.
Yeah, no, I agree. Here, let me get in there and show them what it looks like. There we go.
But it's a nice shower.
Yeah, I like the floor is pretty.
And I like the masculine.
But it's gonna be cold because this is
Yeah.
all open. You know how I hate being cold.
How's this? It's pretty small. And then look at this. You would think, I imagine that was gonna be pretty big because this thing is small. I think
So the 2 Britton closets are much bigger.
yeah, night and day.
Okay.
It's like half the size of the smallest one.
Well, let's go see what that upstairs looks like.
All right. Now I will point out a few things that I love. I love this big bench to kind of sit while you have your pool table and all that. This game room is big.
Yeah, it's huge.
So I like that.
And I know the other thing you like
Yeah.
is that it's away from the family area,
Correct.
so you're not gonna hear the noise.
You don't have that noise pollution, right? So that's nice. You have
The-
kids up here making noise.
Now, it's got 3 windows on one side and 3 windows on the other, all of them open. So that would be a nice cross breeze
Airflow.
up here. I love that.
You got the media room right here.
Nice size. You could almost put one of those 98-inch TVs that we saw at Costco
They
on
have
that
it all
wall.
set up like this.
Oh, you think of like that?
That's how
oh,
they have
I
it
see.
set up,
They
but-
do have it set up.
But you're right, I would have done it maybe here, but it's a kind of similar setup and
Right.
that we were talking about in the number
Right.
2, but you have this built in. Like
I guess
that.
you
But
make
know
that a
what
bar.
you could do is, yeah, you're right. There we go. Bar, little fridge here. got your
Popcorn maker.
Popcorn machine.
Oh yeah.
But you know how we always talk about how with inventory homes, they generally put them on the less favorable lots. And that's what we're experiencing on all 3 of these. You notice that they all 3 go up to Legacy.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we have 2 bedrooms up here.
Okay.
Again, this feels somewhat small.
But they did put the wood floors up here, so that's nice. If
Yeah,
you're
all the
not-
way through, even
if-
in the closet.
If you're not a carpet person.
Yeah, if you have allergies or whatnot. A cool tile, different with the bathtub.
Let's see. Oh, that is cool. I like that. Okay, and then we've got another secondary
Last
here.
secondary. And this one got a big closet. And then its own ensuite right here
Okay.
with a bathtub and pink subway tile.
Wow, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Oh, and then you
Monsters Inc.
oh wow, look it can go down all the way around, so you can get easy access to change out your filters.
Yeah.
I think that's nice,
Good stuff.
especially since I'm the filter changer in our house because it's
Well,
such a small
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, let's preference that a
That's
little
why I do it, because I'm the only one who could fit in there. So.
bit. Yeah.
And
It
then
wasn't very designed very well.
this has a cool design to it. Okay.
All right. So anyway, there are your 3 homes that we toured today in Star Trail that are ready now. At least we don't know what the status is on this one. We do know it's available. So what you're gonna need to do is tell us which one of these three would you like? What out of these three would you prefer, assuming that they're all within the same kind of price range? If you could afford all three, which one would you pick and why? Also, I am curious, where are you guys watching us from? Comment below, let us know. I'd like to hear it, you know. Is it Seattle? Is it California? Is it New York, Chicago? Where are you guys tuning in from? Because I'm shocked when we look at the behind the scenes analytics. It's worldwide, which is absolutely crazy. But anyway, besides the point. For all of your Dallas real estate needs, you know who to call. Andy Patrice. We help you out individually. We are here night and day, helping you guys with your biggest purchase of your life right here in North Texas, and we're not gonna steer you wrong. We treat everybody like family. So if that is of interest to you, best way to get a hold of us is hit that dream home form that's linked in the description, as well as the first comment pinned on the top. And until the next time, I'm Andy.
And I'm Patrice.
Take care.